Well, Israel is never too secure, as you know. We are in the aftermath of the Syrian crisis over the chemical weapons. We are waiting to see whether Egypt will settle down, and Jordan is also in a kind of upheaval. The soft-speaking Rouhani is still to be checked against a race towards nuclear weaponry in Iran, and we have an ongoing negotiation process that was initiated by Secretary Kerry, which is going on between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Altogether, there's a lot of concerns, but also some opportunities that we need to kind of identify. Well, Israel has to stay on the sidelines as it did up to now, because we don't want to get involved in any domestic kind of problematic situation around us. That's number one. Number two is to try to identify some opportunities, such as new alliances that could be formed. For instance, within the Sunni axis, moderate axis, some threats that are diminishing that we need not anymore take into consideration in our national security policy planning. And we also have some opportunities in terms of the Arab League, the Arab Peace Initiative, for instance, that could be used currently in order to serve as a basis for further negotiations, not with the Arab League in itself, but with some members of the Arab League that have common interests or common concerns with Israel. So all of this is not just a source of concern, despite the fact that we are not in a very stable situation around us. Only if we recalibrate the expectations into not aiming at achieving a comprehensive end of conflict by the end of the timeline that Secretary Kerry has put, but gradually make some progress towards a transitional stage that would provide agreements that are partial, gradual, phased, interim, and then layer over layer, you would get closer to the two-state situation, to the two-state reality. Also, some constructive steps could be taken by either party in order to complement the negotiation process and bring about a two-state reality closer rather than farther than where we are now. So the question is, does America have a contingency plan for not concluding a permanent status agreement by the end of the 9 months that were set in order to finish this round of negotiation? And I think that we need to have a plan B or a contingency plan in order to allow for the situation not to deteriorate into the binational one-state violence, etc., but rather towards a better reality for all the parties concerned. I believe that all the discussions about containment of a military nuclear Iran are premature, and there might be eventually this option on the table, but that's much too early to discuss. What we need to do now is to strengthen up the effort, the international effort, to sanction Iran politically, economically, and in any other possible way, in a way that it will lose its motivation to become military nuclear. The question is when and where are the red lines that we need not to cross. And I cannot answer that on a public broadcast, but I believe that we have a very high degree of coordination between the Israeli government and the American administration in that context. And it should stay so, discreet, secluded, but very firm in terms of the mutual commitment towards not allowing Iran to get a nuclear military capacity. I believe that it all starts from determining the national interests. And the national interest of Israel is to secure its future as a democratic nation state of the Jewish people, secure, legitimized in recognized boundaries, having a Jewish majority, respecting the minorities. That's Israel. That's Zionism. Now, what you break down from that, in terms of past lessons, is that we missed some opportunities, is that we've overlooked others, is that we've gone sometimes with open minds and open hands and arms extended towards peace, while there was no peaceful partner on the other side. And so you need both your arms, one extended to peace, and the other ready to give the blow, if in the case that we are discussing here around this neighborhood, which is quite cozy but not that comfortable, the Middle East.